quite often get asked how I preserve the food that I buy. So I have some strawberries. I actually bought 3 packs of these strawberries, and we've on them as much as we're going to, and they are just starting to turn. So rather than let them go bad, I'm going to turn them to jam. This is one I've previously made. That's all we've got left. Ollie loves my jam, but doesn't like store-bought jam. How funny is that? So there are a couple of ways of doing it. The way I do it is I cut my strawberries up, take off all the green, take off any bad bits, weigh them, and then whatever they weigh, I use that exact same amount of sugar. In here I have some water coming to the boil with some jars that I use for my jam. Once these start boiling, I will boil for 10 minutes to make sure there's no nasties, that it will preserve, there's no bacteria in there. So now all my sugar has dissolved, I'm actually going to turn up the heat and keep a very close eye on it so it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom, so you have to keep stirring. And then I will use the back of the spoon to squish the strawberries a bit to help it along. And if you see that it's a bright red, I'm waiting for it to go into a really, really deep red, and that's my first indication that it's nearly ready. And so you can see I have a rapid boil, and the colour of the jam has really changed colour and darkened up. It's still a little runny because you want it to be like a syrupy consistency. So I'm ready to test. I'm going to take a spoon, a little of the syrup, be careful because this stuff's so hot, a little bit on a spoon and put it onto a plate, and I'm just going to allow that to cool. So let's see if it's set. So first I'm going to tilt the plate. Yeah, it's still really, really runny, so I know I need to keep going. So the first one we done, this is the second. Let's do the drip test. It's moving but ever so slowly. Let's do the touchy. Yeah. See how it's like gloopy and sticky. Definitely one you have to use your common sense with. Everything is just so hot. I have some tongs, I have a tea towel. I'm going to get these out, and then while they're piping hot still, transfer the jam into the containers and get them closed as quickly but as safely as possible. So I'm going to leave the jam in these jars for 12 hours to cool down before I even think about opening them. And I'm going to tell everyone in the house not to touch because these are piping hot.